Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into the St. Johns County show that's on in the afternoon.
That's nice.
We've got a great show to end the week today.
Wonderful people. Oh, I love this crew. This is so great.
Yeah, man. You hear us talking about Elase Med Spa all the time. We like to have the ladies in from Elase from time to time to just let us know what's new. There's always something new. There's always something going on in Elase. So excited to talk to Alison Kuzoyan. She is the medical esthetician out there at Elase. And then we've also got Sarah Pidlow in studio with us. She is the spa manager. First time in, so you guys be very, very nice to her.
Oh,
okay?
it'll be awesome. Yes.
So we will talk to them very, very shortly. And, of course, we've got your horoscopes, your memes, your information, all that good stuff, all the stuff we usually do. And we'll start the show out by telling you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. They are, of course, a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. And that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. They've got that state-of-the-art service facility, 91 climate-controlled bays out there, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, plus you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage.
Nice. Get our 904 Now burger, the best.
Yeah. And whenever they have salmon on special, you guys got to try that.
It's a good one. Yeah, definitely. Get it blackened.
Proud recipients of the prestigious Triple Crown Award and named Florida's Dealer of the Year by Dealerator. Their team is dedicated to providing an enjoyable and efficient experience. Bozard Ford Lincoln offers the best in pricing, selection, and service. They're just off 95 and State Road 16. Out there, your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. And speaking of inspiring, our friends at the Bailey Group help us get enrolled in health insurance and Medicare. And they do it without the complications. It can be quite easy if you're working with the Bailey Group. Out there, they're going to make sure you work with a local insurance advisor to find just the right insurance coverage for your specific needs and your budget. Most important part. Their goal is to make getting covered simple, no added costs, no extra fees. The Bailey Group handles individual health and Medicare, corporate benefits, and financial needs for their clients. Give them a call today. Let them do that for you. 904-461-1800. And then, of course, Elase Med Spa.
Okay, come through. Here they are.
Because when you are looking for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience, they are absolutely the best in town. At Elase, they specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Whether you're looking to unwind with a hydrofacial or enhance your natural beauty with things like Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments, they do it all and they do it the best. Their expert staff is going to work with you to develop a personalized treatment plan tailored to your unique needs and goals. And if you're a new client, and you mention Davey's name,
you better.
You're going to get $100 off your services.
Yes.
That's amazing.
It's amazing.
You're going to go broke after this,
Look
Davey.
what I do for you people. I'm trying to get you to look fierce and fabulous.
Jeez. That's awesome, man.
Well, they're the ultimate dream team on the beauty scene, Pete.
They are.
Yes, they are.
Because you have high standards. We know that. And so do they at Elase Med Spa. Check out their website. Jump on one of those memberships.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Save. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Elase.com. All right. Joining us in studio, Alison and Sarah. Ladies, how are y'all doing this afternoon?
Great.
Good.
Happy to be here.
Awesome. We're happy to have you. So let's, Alison, let's start with you. You are the veteran here in the studio.
Yeah.
Your career in the beauty and aesthetics industry, pretty impressive. Can you share a bit about your background for those who may be just seeing you for the first time today?
Yes. So I started at University of South Florida. I have a 4-year degree in speech pathology.
Oh, wow.
Minoring in sign language. I teach my girls to sign.
That's
awesome.
great. That's an important skill.
Yes, but I actually had pretty bad acne at a teenage. Actually, I started maybe at 10, and it just kept getting worse through puberty. So I wanted to explore. I was actually seeing an esthetician at the time, and I just wanted to explore that route. So I went to school for that. It's about a year program, and then I went and worked for a dermatology office. So I've been an esthetician now for 16 years, so I did half of it in dermatology. And that's where the really cool part was, working with them, really understanding the skin diseases, how to treat it with an approach from an aesthetic standpoint with like skincare products, facials and peels, and then also combining that with their protocol with their prescriptions and so forth. And then with that background, it had a really good skin understanding. Then I went on to plastic surgery for the second half of it. And that's where I was more exposed to different procedures as far as microneedling, stronger peels, different lasers and so forth. And then now with Elase, been there for now almost 2 years, which we have more of a wide range of treatments, which is nice. So I love pairing the two together to give the overall, skin approach.
You have such a huge network at Elase too. We were talking on pre-show of like, you guys go out and do continuing education all the time, and you guys kind of think, pair, share moments together, and just kind of create this great force of aesthetics in the aesthetic industry. So like how does that motivate you every day? Raising the bar and it's always changing. So like how do you stay up to the times?
So I think at Elase we have such a wide a large group of professionals. So we all are doing our individual research. So like, how do you stay abreast on these technologies and products? So there's the couple ways I like to, there's actually a few avenues, but one would be because we are such a large group and we do our individual research, online training, reading, we can then share. We have a great platform for that, but we share with each other what we're learning, what we see out there. And do we want to maybe offer this for our patients? And then the other part, it's, sorry.
No, you're good.
That's my train of thought.
Learning
it's
and growing.
Really,
yeah.
It's just then because we're so large, we can go to different symposiums, different trainings to see what is new offering. And because, sorry to keep going back, because we're so large, we have different companies reaching out to us, hey, I want, this is the newest product that's out. Haven't been exposed to the salmon facial yet.
Right.
But maybe that will come.
Maybe that's a new trend, yeah.
And then we have these other companies coming out to tell us, like, this is the newest technology machine that we have. And, and then that gives us the opportunity to see, do we want to offer this? Will it benefit our patients? And how do we integrate this into our practice and so forth? So it's really just a combination of that to stay abreast is leveraging off of each other because we're such a large group of professionals.
That's awesome. I love that.
And I want to touch on something that you mentioned briefly again is acne, right? I think it would be comforting for people to know, because that's such an embarrassing thing for everybody, right? And most of us have dealt with it as teenagers. A lot of us deal with it as adults still. And people can just be embarrassed to go seek services for their acne, right? It's just like, I'm just going to cover it up and I don't want to talk to anybody about it. I don't really want to deal with it. But I think it should be comforting for people to know that this is something you have personal experience with and a lot of experience in helping people. You guys just had a great success story about a young man with acne, correct?
Yeah.
Where you were able to help clear that up. Yeah.
It was a couple of years back. There was a young man, I'm going to say he was in his 20s, and he had been to dermatology. It was more on his body. So he was, he was telling me, I'm in my prime. I should be able to go to the beach and take my shirt off and just be in shorts. And it was devastating to him because it was awful. His back was probably the worst, with scarring, still getting active acne on it. I think he did not want to go the Accutane approach, and that's what he was being not forced, but that's what he was being told by everyone he needed that. Sure. So I just took him on a different approach. I'm not a dietitian or nutritionist, but I do know some things to maybe try to avoid. So we're kind of working on his gut at that point. I ended up doing facials, some light peels. We changed up his products. It took some time, but it was him being consistent with treatments and products to do at home as well. And I remember him coming in and he was crying literally, and he was so happy. It cleared up so much, and he was able to be normal. He's like, I feel like I can just be a normal kid now.
You gave him freedom, right? Yeah, that's amazing.
He was so
I mean, it's got to be amazing to give the gift of confidence to people, right?
It's very rewarding. That's the one thing I love.
Yeah.
And even when they come in for a consult, it's like, I'm really listening to you. I'm not just going to shove something down your throat because it costs a certain amount to maybe give us a revenue. Like, I don't even think of prices of that part of it. I want to listen to you, what your concerns are, and then I'll take my approach of what's the best. Is it starting with the cheaper approach that's not most people I feel like want to sell you the most expensive treatment. And
Of
you're
course.
just like, oh my gosh, I've just spent thousands of dollars for this. I mean, in
Right.
some cases it's necessary, but I always give them, here's like the best option, and then we'll kind of go lower from there. You can still do this option or even this to start,
And work your way up.
and then work your way
Yeah,
up.
that's great.
I love that approach. That's awesome. Now, Sarah, turning over to you. You are the spa manager out there at Elase.
AKA first face at the door. I love it.
That's
Yes.
right. So tell us a little bit about your background and how you got into this world as well.
Yeah, so I started in the industry 6 years ago.
Okay.
I was quite young at the time, so brand new, never had a facial or anything, had to learn all the ins and outs.
Was that intimidating at first?
It was a lot of information.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had a big binder full of, pamphlets. And,
Yeah.
And I started off as like a sales concierge, worked my way up to a spa manager. We were able to open up the formerly Amara Elase Med Spa in St. Augustine. Alison was a part of our team to just start it up from the ground, and here we are.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's great. It's such a welcoming environment. It's always clean, fresh, and friendly. You're always there with a smile on your face, which is great because a lot of people have trepidation when they go through that door. What are some things and how to make clients feel more comfortable, more at peace with Elase?
Yeah, so as you said, I try to always have a smile on my face. We greet every single client with a warm welcome. Their experience is honestly our top priority from start to finish. So we have a really welcoming, elegant tea bar, coffee bar. We offer champagne if anybody's a little nervous or hesitant about their treatment.
That helps.
Bubbly.
Yeah.
Helps get a little
Yeah.
bubbly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we do offer chocolates from Creme de la Coco, which is here in St.
Hey,
Augustine.
oh, cool.
So
All right.
just to kind of, start their experience off very relaxing and, ask about their day. I think the providers honestly make the experience complete. So it's all up to them, and they do a great job.
What's a typical length of appointment at Elase?
It could range, I would say 30 minutes to an hour
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's easy.
on average.
Yeah.
Okay. I know training and development's a big thing in this business. And so what are you guys doing on a regular basis to keep everybody updated on the latest and greatest services to offer to your great clients?
Yeah, so it's funny you mention it because we have a meeting today, actually. So basically every single week and month, we have meetings with our executive team. They are always feeding us information, education to pass on to our providers and staff, of course. And then our reps are amazing at getting us all the newest updates on products and educational tools to use. It all comes from a big network of our team.
I will say it's easy to make an appointment with Elase because you just go to the website and it's all right there. Like you have your calendar in front of you, and then there's the Elase calendar, and you can just plug, right? You just plug and
Yep.
place. It's just an easy
Super
thing.
easy.
How have memberships affected business? Has that been a great increase for you guys?
I think so. The memberships are a huge hit.
Yeah.
You get the best discount on top of any other promotions we're running. So it's a great offer that Elase
There's
now
two,
has.
right? I believe. Am I saying that right?
Yes,
Yeah.
two tiers. Mhm.
Very nice.
And Alison, it's not just the aesthetics. I mean, you guys really try to focus on holistic approaches when you can as well, right?
Yeah. So like I was saying earlier, just being in dermatology, it started
Yeah.
with that. And that's where it was really understanding the root cause of things. And then just pairing that with the aesthetic part of it as far as, so obviously the food, the diet, the skincare, working more in the dermis, is that's kind of where we want to make sure products are getting, right, to see the results.
Which the dermis is like the first layer, right? Am I saying that right?
No.
Oh, is it? Okay, good.
see,
Tell me,
we're
teach
learning.
me. I love it.
Get a
Yes.
little lower.
Okay, so this is at the lowest level.
So it's our second layer of skin.
Okay,
It's our
gotcha.
dermis. And that's where everything lives.
Okay.
Our collagen, our elastin, nerve endings, all of these things. So that's where we want our products to get. And it's really hard. I mean, we've talked previously on shows about medical grade skincare and how important that is. And it's not like, oh, just come to us because we're medical grade. It's almost like it's a different, there's more science and studies behind their products. So they're actually able to show that it gets into the dermis to do what it's saying it's going to do, the product. So if it's saying it's going to tighten, these are ingredients that are going to help with that. It's getting into the dermis to work on elasticity and so forth.
I mean, the cosmetic industry and skincare industry has changed so much over the years. I mean, you've been in it, you said, I think 16 years. I mean, I just remember like astringent back in the day and like how
Yeah.
harsh that was on our skin.
Yeah.
Have you seen that evolve? I mean, is it really
Oh, my
changing?
goodness,
Yeah.
Yes. Now we work with Zeo Skin Health, which is Dr. Zain Obaji's line,
So
and we
good.
also have like Elastin, Skin Better, and they're all phenomenal lines that work well. I say in the same, they play well in the sandbox together.
Yeah.
But I really love Zeo's approach. For one, his trainings are like off the charts. They're phenomenal. And he's huge on education, and he's a pathology dermatologist. So
I didn't know
I
that.
love his line because I see the most results with it. But like I said, the other lines we carry do play well together. So I'm not one that just says you have to stick with this, and this
Yeah.
one line. Like I can pair other things that work well together. But I forget what we were asking.
How it changed over the years.
Yeah, I just feel like it's about medical grade. So it's able to get into the dermis to make the change in the skin versus most of these other products. It's hard to get through that top layer of skin.
Right.
You have dead skin cell layers that, or skin cells that are kind of, they're like a sticky substance, so they're sticking together. So if you don't get that off, nothing's going to penetrate. So there's definitely an approach when I'm formulating a regimen for someone.
Now, we talked about skin or sunscreen and before the show, and I think it's an important thing to talk about because we're Floridians. I mean, we're always around sun somehow.
Hard to get away from it.
So, like, what are some tips? Like, what do you think we can do?
So I like the mineral-based sunscreen, which is zinc and titanium, and I think wearing a wide brim hat are key.
Right.
But
Because
not
you're a
just
mom, you're at
that.
the pool often, right? Is that what you do?
Yes, I have 2 little kids, so I kind of go to the beach a little, but we have a pool, so we were there more. But it's hard to stay away. I mean, we have big umbrellas like hiding under. I have my wide brim hat and then sunscreen. But the key is always reapplying your sunscreen. So if you put it on once, it's pretty much like you have nothing on a couple hours later. So I always tell my patients, sunscreen is the most important product you could have. So put it on about 20 minutes before you leave the house to go somewhere, even if it's to walk your dog, you know. But when you get to, I always say the beach, if you're near sand, water, you're getting hit from the top and the bottom.
The reflection,
so,
right?
Yeah, so that's where I say reapply every hour to an hour and a half. And then typically on like a day, I would say every 2 hours. So
What do you like, 30, 50, 70? What do you like?
I would say anything after 45 honestly becomes kind of obsolete.
Okay.
I think you just need to then just reapply.
Okay.
Because even an SPF of 100 is still only protecting you from like 98% of the UV radiation, where 45 is like 96%.
Yeah.
Like it's still so close.
What if I layer like 30 and then a 50 on top of it? Like, what is that?
So you're getting an SPF of 80?
Okay.
No, I'm kidding.
It doesn't. The math doesn't work.
The math is not mathing on that. Yeah.
So you're not getting now an SPF of 80. What happens, and how I describe it to patients, is think of like a screen in porch. And if you layer one sunscreen and then another and another, the screen gets thicker.
Yeah.
So it's harder to get through. So it's not that it's a bad thing. You're putting on 2 different sunscreens. It's still going to help you. It just doesn't increase the number to where like, I need to get a SPF of 100.
Right.
It's
okay.
not so focused on the number. I think to me, it's more the mineral, the zinc and the titanium are protecting you with the broad spectrum.
Got it. Okay.
So that's what you want.
And I have a tip for sunscreen as well.
let's
Listen
hear
to
it.
your grandmother.
Oh, yeah?
Because I never listened to my grandmother about putting on sunscreen, but as soon as I got into this industry, sunscreen. Yes,
So important.
super
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, what are some of the most popular services that people are taking advantage of out there at Elase?
So the hydrofacial is definitely, top notch. One of our really great treatments that we have that Alison performs. Currently, we have a Bear It All campaign that really focuses on treatments that you can have done during this summer time, and of course within or staying out of the sun.
Yeah.
But so our RF microneedling is 15% off. It's safe to do during this summer heat, as long as you stay out of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And then as well as Sculptra. That's a very popular injectable treatment that we have currently.
That's awesome.
Oh,
I just did, what did I do? Skin Vive the other day?
Skin Vive, yes.
Which was awesome because it sort of just keeps this like constant hydration on your skin.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time I've ever jumped into that pool, but I got to tell you, what a difference. I mean, seriously, I've got skin like an angel.
Yes,
like,
you were glowing.
Seeing you in the light, it looks amazing.
It does.
Yeah.
It really does. I do see a difference. Today is day 2. Like day 1 was yesterday when I talked to you last night.
Yep.
But yeah, day 2, I really feel like a major difference. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Looks very good.
Stepping up the game.
So, how do people get in touch with y'all to schedule appointments?
Yeah.
Even just a consultation. What's the best way to do that?
So I would say the best thing is just to go to the website.
Okay.
Cool.
And then here with you guys. So
Absolutely.
always contact Davey.
You got it.
Use his name
I will
for
make it
$100
happen.
off.
Yes. I am now part of the dream team of the beauty scene.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Awesome.
Ladies, thank y'all so much.
So great.
It's
Yeah.
always so great talking to the folks from Elase, and we appreciate you spending some time with us this afternoon.
Yes, thank you guys.
Scientists.
Of course.
So
Thank
fun.
you.
Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it's really impressive how
Yeah.
much science actually goes into so many of the treatments, all of the treatments down there at Elase. Really, I mean, they really, really know their stuff.
I mean, we love the sun, but we got to be careful. I'm just
do.
saying, yeah. I
We
mean,
really,
Troy
really
would
do.
high five me on that too. 'Cause
Yeah.
You know how many times he has to get something removed. I
Yeah,
know.
all the time
Yeah.
because he did not take care of his skin as a youngster.
Right. Well, medical aesthetics weren't, in with pig farming. Back in
Right,
the
but
day, so, yeah.
I have the feeling Troy has never applied sunscreen in his life.
Probably. But
So-
now, I hear from
Yeah.
the booth, yes, now
Yes,
he does. Okay,
now
good.
he does. Okay, great. Hey, you should wear some sunscreen, especially if you're going out on an Old Town trolley.
Good call.
They have got those open air trolleys, and you can hop aboard a trolley where a licensed and talented tour conductor is going to share over 500 years of St. Augustine's history, culture, and old world charm while you experience unforgettable views aboard their open air trolleys. Guests going to enjoy the city's European flavor, the brick-lined streets, and the sights, such as the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Henry Flagler's former Ponce de Leon Hotel. It's typically a 90-minute tour, 22 stops, 100-plus points of interest.
Wow.
And guests can use their ticket all day for on and off reboarding. A trolley ticket includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, free shuttle service to many of the area hotels, and free access to the St. Augustine Beach Bus Shuttle service. They're the green trains. We love them, and you will too.
And for a fabulous 45 years, Steve Chapman's All-American Air have been the AC hero of St. Augustine and beyond. We're talking Flagler, Duval, and Putnam counties to be included with St. John's. They're not just the experts, they're the cool cats of warranty and non-warranty service work. They have preventative maintenance service agreements, new construction installations, and rocking high-efficiency systems. They have everything from the Lennox Wonders to the ultra-smart eye comfort thermostat. They've got all your HVAC products in sight. Give them a call today, 904-461-0070.
And, of course, our friends at Bin 39. Wine pairs well with air conditioning.
And life.
Yeah, and life. And your entire life.
Yes.
So make sure you're getting the best.
Very.
Make sure you're getting the tastiest. Make sure you're getting the absolute best. And Irving provides that for you down there at Bin 39. They're tucked right in there in the St. George Inn on 4 St. George Street, right there on the Orange Street side, right by that trolley stop. And they are open 8 to 8 daily. Great experience on their patio. They got live music out there all the time. It is a cool environment tucked
Absolutely.
away from all the hustle and bustle of the downtown St. Augustine crowd. It really is a great experience.
Unique.
I can't tell you that enough. It is Bin 39 Wine Bar. If you haven't found your favorite wine out there at Bin 39 yet, get on that. What are you doing?
Yeah.
All right, it's horoscope time.
You're on deck.
Yes, sir. We got Capricorn and me, Pisces, on deck. We'll start with Capricorn. Work, work, and more work, Capricorn. You'll push yourself to the brink this week, only to find out that others are getting ahead faster than you. Aw. Your seriousness will alienate those who just want a moment of fun. Love life? What love life? Your relationship with your job is the only thing thriving.
Oh.
But don't worry, there's always next week. It'll disappoint you even more. Pisces. Dreamy Pisces.
Oh.
Wake up.
Oh.
Your head in the clouds attitude will make you miss important deadlines and opportunities.
Don't miss anything.
I know. People will see you as unreliable.
Oh, great.
And they're not wrong. Your emotional sponge tendencies will drain you, leaving you feeling like a wet, soggy mess. Creativity, it's on vacation.
Oh, wow.
Just like everyone needs a break from you. Ooh.
So you're going to be out of town, apparently.
I think I'm going to take a couple days off
I
next
don't
week.
blame you on that one. That's pretty brutal. Hey, sup? Yoga.
Huh? Oh, okay.
Stand up
I was like,
paddleboard
wait,
yoga.
we've been here for an hour already. What do you mean, sup?
Sup Yoga unites the mind, body, and soul with wonders of our beautiful surroundings, allowing us to connect to not only the space with one's self, but also the space provided by Mother Nature. What is he talking about? He's talking about Sup Yoga. The Salty Paddle has an event this Sunday, 8:30 a.m. This is happening over at the Lighthouse Boat Ramp. Check this out. I'll put link in comments. Super cool group of peeps. I know a lot of friends that have done this too. But yeah, Sup Yoga this Sunday, 8:30 a.m.
That's an extra level up to your yoga game, right?
Right,
Doing it on a board out in the middle of the water. Sounds fun.
It is. Isolate the core, shoulders back.
There you go.
Next up, Catterday. What? Meow. At Ayla's Acres Thriftique. They've got Linus, Hobbs, Tigger, Toby, Colby, Munster, and Sophia will be at this week's Ayla's Acres adoption event. Stop by Ayla's Acres Thriftique and check out the cool stuff and make a new friend or two from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Of course, we know where the Thriftique is, over on Anastasia Boulevard, but check out all the fun things that's going on at aylasacres.org. All right. Oh, your favorite movie. Actually, it's probably Mike Lewis's favorite movie, The Yearling.
I don't even know what that movie is.
It's an old movie. Yes.
Okay.
Excuse me, I should say seasoned movie.
There you
yes.
go.
The
That's
Yearling.
definitely a Mike and Troy thing.
Yeah, I know. Bobby's roasting me in comments right now. The Yearling film screening. This is an event brought to you by the St. John's Cultural Council, Saturday, August 24th at 3 o'clock p.m. Of course, this is happening 184 San Marco. Very, very cool. The Yearling Scream Fielding. Let me just find out here. The doors will open at 2:30 p.m. Admission is free, and refreshments will be available for purchase. So check that out at the St. John's Cultural Council website.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for those. And we thank Magnolia Family Dentistry for great smiles and happy people.
Yes.
They are redefining what it means to visit the dentist in St. Augustine and St. Johns County. Led by the ultra-dynamic Dr. Paula Rodriguez, Magnolia Family Dentistry is not just about clean teeth. They're about a clean and extraordinary experience in all facets of what they do.
Mm-hmm.
From the moment you step through their doors, you're going to be welcomed into a state-of-the-art practice that prioritizes your comfort and well-being. You'll experience the difference with Magnolia Family Dentistry, where a healthy smile meets exceptional care. Schedule your appointment today by calling 904-824-0990 and see what all your friends and neighbors are smiling so big about. And Shayla Moore. Oh,
So special.
Shayla Moore, how was that naked sushi,
dude,
last night?
That was the moment, and we owned it. It was amazing. The house was awesome. The music was flowing. Drinks were great. The food was out of this world, and it wasn't all just sushi. There was like a lot of exotic little things to try, and it was just a really, really good vibe. Honestly, they really hit that out of the park last night. Great job, guys.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
I've been to a couple of things they've done recently, and it's just a totally different experience than you're going to find anywhere else in St. Augustine. It's elegant. It's beautiful in there. It's, a lot of people try to be elegant and beautiful and it just comes out cheesy. They nailed it. They absolutely nailed it. It's just a whole different experience. Like you mentioned, Davey, it feels like you're in a different atmosphere out there in Shayla Moore. It really is. There's nothing like it in St. Augustine. Great date night spot.
Yeah, it was 6 o'clock p.m. and I thought it was like, midnight. Like I felt like a cool kid again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you guys have two chances out there if you want to get in on an experience. They have the wine tasting of South of Francis tonight at 7. And they also have the Rum Bower. This is an amazing moment. It's another wine tasting that's happening at 5 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. So yeah, check that out at Shayla Moore. I think it's bitesbubblesandjazz.com.
That's right.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, every guest, every time. Panache, since 1987, its doors open to be a cut above the rest. Their mission at Panache is to care for their team, guests, and community from scalp to soul, bringing the joy of the world one service at a time. The Panache difference is their carefully chosen and highly trained staff there to exceed your expectations. The same goes for their elegant salon space dedicated to guest comfort and devotion to innovation and artistry. They're focused on making your day and continually raising the bar. We love them over there. Get posh and go to getpanache.com and get with it, boo.
All right. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right.
Man. What do we got?
Times people posted comedy gold on Facebook Marketplace.
Okay.
All right. This first one is a Catholic converter.
Oh, a Catholic converter.
That's the interesting one, right?
Yeah.
Blessed. It's very blessed.
Okay.
Looks like it comes with a complimentary rosary and guilt. Next up, this is an autistic guitar. Wow.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Very interesting. I didn't know they existed. That's very nice.
Me neither.
Next up, my grandma's abdomen.
All right. I mean, it kind
Ottoman.
of looks like an abdomen, I guess. If
you can open it up. Yeah, interesting.
Yikes.
Next up, a microwave.
Oh, hi, Michael.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Or as Nigella Bite
Microwave.
says, microwave. Yeah, okay. Sweeping the nation. Next up, portal potty. Oh,
Oh, it'll take you to a different universe in that thing.
talk about Stranger Things, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Next up, coughing. Really?
Okay.
Buy a coughing. Yeah.
But I'm curious why somebody has a coffin in their house for sale.
Yeah, why would you do that? Like maybe you were diagnosed with something? And then,
Right, you were just planning ahead.
Right. Yeah. Ooh, that's a big one too. Next up, I believe this is in Oregon.
Oh,
yes. But
yeah.
you better go check if your Washington machine is still running, right? Yeah.
Right?
Next up, a shuffle for sale. Yeah.
Oh,
So
a shuffle.
just a shuffle.
Sure.
Yeah, shuffle the
Yeah.
dirt, I guess. Yeah. Next up, mismatch civilware.
Just everything is wrong
Yeah.
in that description. Everything is wrong.
Mismatch. Next up, hell of a deal on a Porsche.
Oh, yeah, that is a hell of a deal. I don't see the Porsche, though.
$50 off on that Porsche.
Yeah. All right, man. Good stuff. Great week of shows. Thank
Yeah,
you very
man.
much for that, sir. Thank you to the boys in the booth and the ladies from Elase Med Spa and you guys out there for watching. We appreciate you. And have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.
Bye, everybody.